Hi guys, welcome back. We have not done a sit down chatty video for a long time. Do you guys even like these? Do you much prefer the day in the life vlogs? Just, I don't know, let me know. I feel like I haven't sat here and talked to you for a long time, so we're gonna have a little chat, little catch up, grab a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or a hot chocolate, whatever suits you. I've got my water. Was gonna make a cup of coffee, but I've been up and down the stairs this morning and I don't want to go back down to make one, so gonna get some water in me. I'll have my coffee later. But yeah, how are we all? How did we get here? Guys, I am 31 weeks pregnant today, as of the day that this goes live. And I feel like it was just yesterday I was sat in this room telling you all that I was pregnant. I mean, I guess I didn't do that till I was like 18 weeks, so I guess not that long ago, but I'm not ready for this baby. I'm really not ready. I have so much to get organised and sorted, and within like 10 weeks, I'm gonna have a baby in this room. So yeah, we're gonna have a sit down little chat today. So let me know if you like these sort of videos. I feel like I haven't done anything like this for so long, and I also feel like I have not said anything about my pregnancy on YouTube other than sort of telling you a few symptoms at the very beginning there. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to just a sit down chatty vlog, talk about pregnancy, talk about how I've been, what's been going on, and try and get myself ready, because I am not ready at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the 3 trimesters. I've only just entered the 3rd. I think I'm like 2 weeks in. So we'll talk about the 1st and the 2nd, some of the symptoms, and then we'll just talk about some vague points. I have made some notes, so if I keep looking at my phone, that is why. But first off, I just want to say, I'm not one of these people that like loves pregnancy, but I also don't hate it. I won't be mad to like feel like myself again. It's definitely very exciting. I'd say the beginning is very exciting. By this point, you're just starting to get tired and heavy and like, whew. I know so many people that just love feeling the baby kick, and I do get that. Like sometimes there's like little flutters which are lovely, but on the whole it's kind of uncomfortable. It doesn't hurt, but it's just unrelaxing in my eyes. So that's how we feel about that. We're sort of in the middle. And last night I was looking through my vlogs from when I was pregnant before. I only started vlogging when I was 35 weeks and 4 days pregnant. It was my first ever vlog. I'm going to link some of these up here. I never remember which side it is. I think it's this side, for you guys to go back and watch. Please don't laugh at me. I was very new to using a camera, and like my voice sounds very strange in a lot of them, but I feel like I was so much bigger. I mean, I hope I was, because I had twins, but going into this pregnancy I always thought I was going to get really big because the boys made that huge space for the next baby to come. So I don't know, it's hard to compare. I have not been weighed at all in this pregnancy, which is really funny to me, other than the first ever time that I went for an appointment. So when I was pregnant with the boys in America, they weighed me like every single time. I was so on top of like how much I weighed and how much I was gaining, and I pretty much lost all of that weight when they were born, which was really nice for me, but also there was a lot of muscle wastage in there, so you can't really compare. But I'm sure this time I've put on more weight in a sense of like, that's not the baby, some of it is mine, but hopefully I won't gain quite as much as I did with them, because their overall combined weight was like 13 pounds, so I hope baby's not going to be that big. So yeah, we'll link some of those videos and go back and watch. It's quite funny. So comparing the 2 pregnancies as well, I'd say the biggest change this time around has just been how much harder it has been, both physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. I think last time when I was pregnant with the boys, it was the first time, obviously. It's so exciting when it's your first baby, you have so much on your mind, you get really organised. This is what I feel, okay? I know a lot of people have said that their first time round they find it like a lot more worry involved and anxious thoughts and stuff, but I didn't feel like that. I was very excited. I think as well because COVID was happening, there was just a lot of downtime to get organised and sit and shop and prepare. But this time round I've just felt like I'm sinking. I really felt like I'm sinking, and it's making me very anxious for when baby is here, because there's only going to be more to do. But we've had so much change, right? We've moved countries, moved house, boys have started school. Just so much has happened in the last year that I think that's not adding to any of this and all these feelings. So I'll be honest, I felt very, very wobbly, and I still do, and my emotions are all over the place, to be honest. But I'm sure once baby's here, we're going to find our groove, we're going to settle into it. This month has been the hardest month that I can remember in a long, long time, probably since the boys were newborns. You kind of forget, don't you, how hard phases are and stages are. But this month, since Christmas, the boys have started going to preschool 3 full days a week, and it's taken a toll on them. Either that or they sense the baby's coming. I've been told lots of different things, but at the end it all dwells down to like all the changes that are happening, but they are so challenging right now. I mean, the last 2 or 3 weeks, me and Aled haven't had a day where we haven't both wanted to cry, to be honest. There's so much crying, so much fussiness, so much fighting, so many broken nights of sleep. Maybe we've had 2 nights where we haven't been woken up in the last 5 weeks, honestly. And it's not even easy things to like resettle them. They're not even telling us what's wrong a lot of the time. We've had a bit of sickness, so that probably hasn't helped. But last night, for instance, Henry woke up, they're going to bed at like 6ish, he woke up at 9:30, wanting to be tucked in, maybe having bad dreams. And then 11:30, he wanted to get out of bed, was screaming for daddy, then wanted mummy, then wanted daddy again, then wanted mummy again. And Jack is getting so tired from all the wake ups, so I'm trying to calm Henry down to keep Jack asleep, and it's just very stressful. And then I think it was like 2:30, Jack woke up. 4:30, Jack woke up again, wanted a spoon of honey for his cough. It's just endless requests, and like they want to control situations, which I've heard is common when a baby is coming. They feel a bit out of control, so that also hasn't been adding to my mental health. I think I'm just so tired from not having a minute just to sit and relax, other than when they're at school. And then school's been broken up with illness and doctor visits and bits and pieces, so I don't know. They're both at preschool this morning, but Jack was complaining that his ear hurt this morning and that his throat hurt, so I don't know how long it's going to be until they ring me. But there's just a little insight into my last month or so. It's half term next week. Maybe that's what they need, just a bit of rest, recuperation, starting again fresh next term. And then that's it, baby's going to be here. So I've got a lot to do, but let's not worry about that right now. So let's talk all things pregnancy. Let's go right back to the first trimester. First trimester, half of it I really did not know I was pregnant. We were mid-moving into this house, and my mind was just completely taken over with our moving. I felt pretty sick a lot of the time and had no idea that that's what was causing it. But I did buy these in a shop because I was just craving something like sour, and they were my lifesaver, really. I think I've got 2 left. Might have to have one now, to be honest. 3 left. They were my lifesaver. Every time I felt sick, have one of these. It sorted it out. I realised I probably shouldn't be eating this while I'm talking to you. It's going to be so annoying. Sorry, guys. Okay, I had second thoughts about that sweet. I think I'm going to drive you all crazy, so I've taken it out. Carrying on. So those really helped me. Sour cherry drops. They'll always bring me back to that first trimester. It's obviously so exciting when you find out you're pregnant. It's the first trimester is so exciting. You can't wait for your first scan. You're excited about gender, due dates, all these things. Very, very exciting. Tiredness was a big one. Very, very tired in the first trimester, but it's like a different tired to now. Now's more of a physical tired. That was just like like exhaustion tired. Can't explain it. You guys know what I mean. I know I had 1 week where Aled was away where I felt really poorly and I was just really struggling, like flu-y. I got shivery, I got high temperature, felt sick. I didn't have that with the boys from what I remember, but don't forget this time I was doing a lot more in my day-to-day life, every day walking, every day looking after the boys, moving the house, trying to organise the house. So that was a lot to be doing when you've just found out you're pregnant. And then one thing I have been getting, and it started in the first trimester, was my scalp is just sore all the time. It's not from tying my hair up either, it's just no matter how I do my hair, no matter how much I wash it. And I looked online and it is something to do with hormonal changes, so that's not been fun. Have not liked that for me. Looking forward to that ending. But I think that's about it in the first trimester. Not much more to tell you. Didn't even have an appointment in that whole time. I think it was around 14 weeks I had my first appointment, so we were just entering the second trimester. This is where you sort of start to pop, I feel. The belly started to come at the end of the second trimester, started to get out of breath, started to struggle doing normal daily activities, started to feel movement, probably around 18 weeks, which was lovely. Went for the scan, always nice. So much more interesting this time round, being able to see so much more of the baby than we did with the twins. Such a relief to know that it's just one bubba in there. Finding out that it was a boy. What else did we do? Starting to find that nothing fits, especially now. I think I've lived in this thermal Uniqlo vest thing. It's just my go-to every morning now. And another thing that I do remember getting with the boys that I've got again is like if I'm standing in one spot for too long, and I don't even mean long at all, like literally a minute, I need to like bend over or sit down or get supported. I'm fine if I'm walking, it's just if I'm standing. So if I'm like standing in a line, standing trying to cook, standing waiting for the boys to do something, I get all like, it's a really weird feeling, and not many people I've spoken to have experienced that, so I'll be interested to know if anybody knows what I mean. But it's horrible, and that could coincide with the third trimester, finding out that I have very low blood pressure, hence me being very short of breath. I've never been told that my iron is low, but I know that can coincide with that sort of thing. But yeah, my blood pressure this month has been really low, really struggling to do a lot without feeling like I need to sit down, trying to eat all the salty things, lots of pickles, salted nuts, things like that help. And weirdly, I've been enjoying like a can of Coke, and I hate fizzy drinks, and especially Coke. I normally can't even stand the smell of it. Like Diet Coke's one thing, but Coke, but yeah, that's been helping me, so strange. Another thing I've been having, these are all like negative things, guys. I don't know why. I mean, everything else is just normal, but these are just the things I've been struggling with. But restless legs, I know this is quite common, a lot of people have this. One thing I found that really helped, especially in the last trimester, was at the end of the day putting my bum against the back of the wall there in the bed and putting my legs right up at like a 90-degree angle, trying to do like 20 minutes to half an hour of that. Your feet literally go numb, but it sends you to sleep so well. Not working so much anymore, I'm still trying, but it's really hard to lie like that with your legs up when the bump's bigger. So yeah, struggling with the restless legs. Body image starts to get hard now. I feel like the bump is really getting big, and every day I feel like it's getting bigger and bigger. I see my reflection, I'm like, is that really me? So yeah, I'm trying to go easy on myself about that, because it is hard to see your body change, and it's hard to know that it's going to keep changing. Maybe more stretch marks. You know, sometimes you get discoloration. I do remember last time I got a lot of discoloration on my face. I haven't had that this time, but maybe because it's been the winter the whole time I've been pregnant, that's helped. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, we went for a scan last week. That was interesting, and it was really quite nice because we had a trainee. I don't know if you keep seeing weird lights, by the way, going on in the background. It's the cars that are driving outside. We had a trainee scanner with her boss, and it was so interesting because she was showing her like what everything was, what every organ was, where everything was, and they really took their time and were detailed, so that was really nice for me to see all that. But they did crack me up. The lady that was in charge was Greek, and she was such a scream, but she said that this baby had big feet and that he was very long, so they assumed by the stats that he's going to be a lot taller than the boys, not necessarily much heavier. Henry actually came out as like a very low birth weight for what he was, but he was a twin, so I mean, I don't feel like he was that low. He was like 6 pound 3, which I think is really good for a twin, but they class that as a low birth weight, so they're giving me extra scans and treating me as high risk, so that's fine. But I don't think baby, I think they were estimating baby at £3.7 right now, so they said that was totally on average, like 50% for where we are at. So I don't imagine it's going to be huge, but you just never know, do you? In my head I imagined that this baby was going to be like a £9 boy. I really hope not. So yeah, that's probably about all. We don't have a name yet, we're very undecided on names. The boys definitely understand that a change is happening soon. I keep trying to talk to them about baby and about things they can do and things they're going to want to do, things they can do to help me, and they do seem excited by that, but it's very hard with toddlers to know if they're really grasping the concept of it all. As for working out, I spontaneously try and do some resistance training. Other than that, I'm just making sure I'm walking the dog every day, getting my steps in, doing like 45 minutes to an hour walk, and that's feeling good for me right now. To be honest, I don't want to push myself much more. I'm very much active with the boys all day, every day, so I feel like that's enough for me. And as for birth plan, maybe some of you are interested in that. I have started thinking about this a little bit. Baby's head down at the moment, so fingers crossed he'll stay like that, and then I think we will try for a natural birth this time instead of C-section. Obviously if he was breech I may rethink that, but yeah, I just want to go into it as relaxed as possible, let my body do what it wants to do. I'm not against having an epidural if the pain is too bad. Obviously this will be my first time labouring, so it's probably going to feel pretty bad, pretty awful, so no doubt we'll go for medication, but I just want the chance to sort of have my say in a bit of it this time, and like have it less operational, maybe determine some of the stuff like skin to skin straight away, because they took the boys straight off when I had the C-section. I think they have to with the C-section, am I right about that? So yeah, I'd love to just have skin to skin straight away, really try and soak up those first few days, because it really was such a blur, and I think I was asleep most of the time after my C-section. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else, and just like enjoy being able to be in the hospital, have dim lights, have music, have some things that I wanted, rather than it feeling so medical as it did, being planned out before. So that's that. Due date is April 12th. Don't know if I've ever told you guys that. So we have, oh my god, just over 2 months, 9 weeks. Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm sinking, but after half term, I think that first week back that the boys go to preschool, providing they're not sick, we need to chop, get our act in gear. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to tell you. Please let me know if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Let me know if you like these sit down vlogs. I'd love to do a few more. I know I say a lot. I try to cut it out when I edit it. I'm not the most smoothest talker on these, but if I did them more I think I'd get a little bit better. So let me know if there's anything else you want me to discuss pregnancy wise. Please leave comments and questions, and we'll be back next week with probably another vlog of some sort. And let's hope, oh, it's half term, maybe we'll be doing something fun for half term with you. But yeah, oh, just before I go, I was going to show you the bump. It's popping, it's getting bigger. So this is 31 weeks exactly. Okay guys, see you all next week.